You can always count on Jim Carrey to make you laugh and expose a cult that could run the world as well. So he's just a multi-talented guy.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know. For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. Look at them trying to, look at them trying to cover it up. They're trying to turn us into consumer drones of some sort. Hold on, I just got to get this. Yeah, listen, I'm in the middle of blowing the lid off some...
What happened?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I was temporarily interrupted by my iPhone 6 Plus.
Is that a gang sign? Have you...
Successfully programmed, you know, Manchurian Candidate style.
The greatest threat is not white supremacy. If we're talking about the Trump era or if it's about the Trump era is definitely not white supremacy. The biggest threat is the left, communist ideas implemented into our education system.
And you're definitely not you're not a lefty.
I'm not a lefty, I'm not a commie. I don't like commies.
This is absolutely true. All the way down to weaponizing the legal system to make sure that elections aren't actually fair. This is another absolutely communist idea, and generally it works very well because in a communist government there's no separation between the justice system and the legislative branch. That's unique to democracies, which supposedly makes it more difficult unless you get enough money collected so that you can still do it, just like what's happening today. This guy's amazing. Absolutely a national treasure.
Are incredibly afraid to even have the conversation.
You're telling them.
Would you like to present an argument? What's bigot?
Call me whatever you want, it's fine. Because those words are really meaningless. It's like, It's at the basic point where it's like if you say things like, oh, well, you know, there are differences between men and women, that's transphobic. Great. That's actually wonderful that that's transphobic because you make the word meaningless.
Nothing. Means nothing. And this guy has nothing to say. One guy's standing on the street saying children can't consent to puberty blockers. I mean, they can't buy cigarettes, can they? They can't buy alcohol. They can't join the military. They can't undergo medical treatment, conventional medical treatments without parental consent. They can't get a tattoo. I mean, what can they do? Pretty much nothing. They are wards of their parents. And so this guy's really pissed off because there's someone saying that you shouldn't, you know, allow a child to make irreversible decisions when they still don't know what the fuck is even going on. They don't understand the world. They have no concept of where they're at or who they are. It's just absolute stupidity. Meanwhile, the guy with the beard, absolute, like, perfect logical argument, well formed, obviously spent time thinking about this. The other guy, just mad, just wants kids to transition. That's it. That's the end of his thought process.
Strive on this.
What is bigoted about saying that children cannot consent to puberty blockers?
He has no opinion. You have no.
Right. Children should be part of the legal process. Let's let them vote too, because obviously adults shouldn't have have an opinion about whether, you know, children inject hormones that are the opposite of the normal hormones that their body naturally produces into their body. That's absolutely insane. And I don't think that these people, not all of them are evil. Some people are just repeating ideas that others have told them are good. They're trying to be good. They just are clueless and don't want to put any effort into figuring anything out on their own.
Opinion.
Well,
Here you are with the.
Let's hear your opinion.
Huh?
Let's hear your opinion.
You. How dare you?
How dare
I validate this bullshit.
you're no longer able to like talk in your workplace.
How
You're no
dare
longer
you?
able to talk in public. If you're connected to any type of institution like a school or anything like that, you are now self-censoring. And it's like if you are self-censoring people to the point where they can't say simple things like only women give birth, all other political discussions become moot.
This is frustrating. This, I believe, is a person that actually is not bad. Just going along with the. I support the thing that's going on now. I really don't give a shit. I'm busy. That's the vibe I get from this woman. But that attitude has consequences. And you're supporting by supporting something you don't understand. I mean, what if it was Hitler? What if it literally was Hitler that you're supporting and you don't understand? Gee, I wonder how that would work out.
Children cannot consent to puberty blockers. What are your thoughts?
I think they know what they want in life at a young age. They feel it.
Yeah, what does that mean for a 10-year-old boy to feel like a girl, for example?
What does it mean?
That's how he feels.
Okay, but what does it mean to feel like a girl?
I don't know.
So you don't know, and you're a grown woman. How would we expect a 10-year-old to know what it is to feel like a girl?
What society says a girl is. We like, the color pink, for instance. We like dolls. We like shoes and clothes and nail
Boys can like that
polish
too.
and
You don't
hair.
have to transition
So
to like that
stereotypes
stuff.
determine whether we are a girl or a boy?
Wow, you're really confusing me. I don't know.
For 4 years referred to the 2016 election as having been stolen, her word, not mine. She called Donald Trump illegitimate, her word, not mine. Jay Johnson, who's Obama's DHS secretary, testified under oath that not a single vote tally was changed by the Russians. A greater percentage of Democrats believe 2016 was stolen than we feel that way about 2020, but yet nobody calls them election deniers, and nobody accuses them of undermining our republic.
Bam. Mic drop. And he's just talking about 2016 right there. He's not even talking about 2018. But if you bring it up to people today, that Democrats were denying these elections, whether it be 2000, 2016, 2018, you pick just about any election, this would be a very common response.
Your examples of the Democrats doesn't ring a bell to me. So
Tens of millions of dollars investigating Trump-Russia collusion, that doesn't ring a bell. What about Joe Biden saying that the 2016 election wasn't legitimate? Is that election denying or no?
Got him. Oh man. It's clearly a double-edged sword, but it's not being used that way. It's only being used against one side, which is very concerning, deeply concerning. I want everybody, if people are doing things wrong, in fact, I want everybody prosecuted because there's a lot of corruption. But when you're only prosecuting one out of hundreds, possibly thousands, that doesn't set right with me. So you wanna go to war in the courts? I mean, yeah, okay. Let's drag anybody with any questionable financial situations. Let's drag them through the mud. Let's uncover all the stuff. Let's indict anybody that we have any evidence on both sides of the aisle. That sounds fair to me. Or we could just keep letting them get away with it. But just indicting one person isn't going to change anything. I don't care what side you're on. You're prosecuting one person for something that they're all doing. And if you don't think they're all doing it, are you blind? Did you just watch the thing where the left is doing the thing that they're claiming the right is doing? They're both doing the same thing. It's the same fucking shit. Eminem's on there saying Donald Trump is brainwashing the right, and everybody on the right is saying that the Joe Biden and the machine is brainwashing the people on the left and trying to let people across the border to get free votes without IDs. Like, we're all saying the same thing from different sides. We both think that people are getting brainwashed, and people are getting brainwashed. But you just don't understand that it's not one side doing the brainwashing. They're brainwashing all of us, and we need to get rid of them. We can vote them out. We can send a message. We just need to get organized and get off our asses and do it.
I think there's racism, and that they cannot be because of the lawsuit. Because in the other country, if there is racism, there's no lawsuit. You can't sue anybody. Here, if a college, university, be racist because of the color of skin, they can get sued.
Not from this country, and I don't feel any racism.
Yeah.
So I don't think there is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always people that don't like other people, but I don't believe there's racism. Like they keep on claiming and claiming on every video you watch.
Do you put a nuclear family structure and culture as a more deciding factor for somebody's socioeconomic status over the color of their skin and race?
Yes, yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't get into trouble because my mother guided me the right way. I grew up around gangs, Hispanic gangs, never joined a gang. Why is that? Because I had both parents.
He had both parents, and they also touched on the socioeconomic classes. People with very disparate financial backgrounds have very different opportunities in life. If your parents have, $1 million to go help you be whatever you want to be, you're going to have a very different outcome than someone who needs to sling rocks in order to get out of the hood. This is just reality. And you got all kinds of people in the middle of those two extremes. Most of us are in the middle of those two extremes. We grow up in a house that's pretty nice, but maybe sometimes there's not food on the table. Maybe there's a little bit of struggle, but overall you're doing okay. Maybe you get some financial assistance, you take some loans, and you can go to school, but you don't have that, I don't have to work. I got all the money in the world. I can go have fun and pursue a better life. You are eating ramen and sitting in a dark room because maybe your power's not out, trying to do your homework by candlelight or whatever. That's where most of us are. And so most of us share a common experience, and we're fighting like cats and dogs. Like we got nothing in common, dude. We're all brothers. We're all brothers and sisters. We've all grown up under very similar circumstances. Very few people in this country have true privilege and true wealth, and the people that do are not the majority. So the majority of us are, on a pretty level playing field. We don't have a lot of opportunities given to us. We either get lucky or we get screwed. I just wish we could get along, man. I'm so sick of fighting, and I'm so sick of watching these people get away with murder, theft, oppression, manipulation, dissemination of propaganda, trumping up charges against political opponents now, not giving aid to Americans when you have a natural disaster that's wiped out the homes of many American citizens at the same time that you're sending money over to a needless war that at any time we could negotiate a peace deal, but we refuse to sit down because we're cowards and we want to punish Russia with no skin in the game. We just want to send money and weapons over there and let the Ukrainians do as much damage as possible till they're all dead and they've lost. It's pathetic.
How's Biden doing?
Biden is a F plus 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 plus.
That's
stop
generous.
Falling off bikes, and stop falling over stairs, stop falling off the
F minus 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 minus. No grade. Failed to complete the assignment. Didn't remember to put his name on the paper.
He's as old as my great-grandparents.
Why F minus for you?
Because, God, where do I start? He's senile, incompetent, corrupt.
Do you live in California?
Yes.
Are a lot of people that you are around, do they see that same thing, or do they like Joe Biden?
No, people in California are probably stupid enough to like him.
So most people don't want to get involved in politics. So most people that hate Trump don't actually know that much about his politics, and honestly, most people that hate Joe Biden generally don't like the fact that he's old. But the truth is that you can look back at his record, and he said horrible things about race. He said horrible things during the election. He's got very backwards views. He's from like several generations ago. He's like 90 years old. He said he had nice things about one of the Senate leaders who was involved with the KKK when he was leaving. If you care to look into his personal past, it's unsavory. If you care to look into his family life, his son has a laptop that has some information that's fake, according to 50 different intelligence agents that signed a memo before the last election concluded, which turned out to be complete BS. Twitter removed, I believe, the Washington Post from Twitter for airing this stuff. His daughter has come out with a diary saying that she waited very late in the night to shower so that he wouldn't get in the shower with her. He kisses his granddaughter on the mouth. Um, he seems to interact with children and women in a very uncomfortable way, even for me as a man to watch. It's just like, what is going on? These people don't want to have your old wrinkly face and lips all over their infant, their young daughter. Like, just be respectful. People like to have a little bit of space. I don't like you standing in front of me so close that if you accidentally spit a little bit, it goes in my eye. You know, close talkers, that's enough. Just that. Just being a close talker is enough for me to be done with you. But additionally, his politics are open borders, anti-gun, um, as far as I can tell, anti-American. If they're weaponizing the political system against their political opponents, maybe Donald Trump can be accused of saying that he didn't accept that there was no corruption in the White House, but he did vacate the position. You cannot say that that Biden is giving the election a fair shake when you're preemptively prosecuting one of your political opponents that's going to be running against you. If he even runs, if he makes it to the next 2024 election, if he's the candidate, you're endorsing the justice system, taking your opponent off the table. This is like things. This is something I would not expect to happen in America, you know, but it is. So you have to wake up and realize that things have gotten away from us. Things are worse than we thought.
Like, we're too educated.
When you're 12 years old, you're like,
too
I feel like I'm in the
educated.
wrong body. And that's fine. Like, that's how you feel. And then if you continue that lifestyle, then that's your life. But my job as an adult and a human being is to respect the choices other people make.
Shouldn't we be able to define what it means to be born in the wrong body?
Well, we can define what it means to be in the wrong body.
Okay, what is that?
What does it mean?
I feel like I'm in the wrong body. That's what it means.
For
I
example?
think children are extremely naive, and I think children will listen to the adults around them.
You know, 10-year-olds engage in magical thinking, right?
Absolutely. I'm a school counselor. That's my job. I literally do this professionally.
Have you changed since you were 10 years old?
Absolutely.
Did you learn some things since you were 10?
I would hope so.
So probably the way you think when you're 15 is a lot different than 10.
Your morals and your identity, those things for me haven't changed.
Well, when I was
And
10 years old, I believed Santa Claus came down my chimney and put presents under the tree.
Right, because children believe in magical thinking. Children are extremely naive, and I think children will listen to the adults around them. I'm a school counselor.
Why are we arguing about this? You know, why can't we drop it? Why can't we just let kids be kids? Why do we have to bring drag queens and sexuality into public spaces like parks where everybody's trying to play with their dog and spend time with their family? Why do I have to watch sexual things, sexualized performances, and why do we have to bring, you know, these same people into schools to talk to children about the idea that might not occur to them naturally, because throughout history, not very much of the population has been trans, you know, like that's just a fact. There's no possible way that you can come up with evidence. I'd love it. I mean, send me evidence other than like one or two people, you know, in a given century, you know, that have been marked down on paper. There's not very much evidence. Once in a while, sure, like, and it's fine if you want to do it, but just stop trying to normalize what I perceive. If you're bringing sexuality into if you want an alt lifestyle, then you know, adult movie theaters, adult stores. There's groups that you can find places to go do your adult things. You know, join a nudist camp. I don't know what to tell you. But why would adults be feeling the need to bring that sexuality into environments dominated by children if they were not, if the goal was, if it's not about adults, right? Then that's the only way this makes sense. If it's about adults, they can do that anywhere. They can do that out in the woods. They can build a little cottage. You know, if there's 50 adults that all want to go in on it, they can have their little retreat, a commune for the weekends, whatever, you know? But why, if it's not about the kids, if it's not about normalizing this and bringing it to the children, why are they so insistent about entering spaces where it's just all kids? It's all kids, and it shouldn't be. The whole world's not about sex, dude. Where's this notion coming from? There's way more to life than the act of copulation. This is just crazy.
It was the best antidepressant I was ever on.
Oh, you don't want to be in the picture with us?
He said estrogen was the best antidepressant I was ever on.
Come on in the picture.
This dude
I was just trying to get a picture.
This guy touched me.
It was just a little love.
Do not touch me.
It was
Do
just a
not
little
touch me.
I was just trying to get a picture with you.
He
I
must
will
not
defend
be,
myself.
Oh, okay.
must not be on estrogen anymore. He's very aggressive. These people are very. That's toxic masculinity at its finest. Don't touch me. He sounds threatening.
And in whatever means necessary,
Yeah.
do not
Whatever means.
So is
touch
this
me.
the estrogen making you happy again?
Do not
Is that on right
touch me. Touch me again.
now? Is this the estrogen
Touch
making you
me
happy?
again.
You're showing a wonderful example to the whole world about how estrogen has made your life incredibly happier. We can see it's having remarkable effects on this individual here.
I think the bike is broken. Hey, you guys, you can't.
Don't touch. Don't touch. Hey, don't touch.
All right, hold on. Hold on. Well, no. Where's the phone?
This person
You're good.
on the bike has assaulted him.
The guy tried to steal my phone on the bike.
Twice
And we have
actually.
it all
The guy on
on
the bike.
film.
Estrogen was the best antidepressant.
Oh boy. Oh, this guy.
BLM is not good for our community. It's not. Just look at the history. You got these fools taking your money and buying mansions with it. What have they done for the community? Nothing. What are you guys doing for gang violence and innocent people get shot? Where's all that? Where's that protesting at? I'm over here on Crenshaw and Florence right now, moving in the street. I'm dealing with people that's afflicted by drug abuse and all that. What the hell's BLM on that? At Black Lives Matter, you need to be in the community with a Black Lives.
They're too busy assaulting either verbally or physically people that have the audacity to say that all human life matters. That is racist. The concept that people of all backgrounds, genders, races, ethnicities, religious backgrounds, everybody matters. I don't give a shit what Black Lives Matter says. They can go fuck themselves. That whole movement is just a communist shell, and also not a communist shell because the people that run it are obviously profiting. So the whole organization is a communist organization that is espousing communist ideals, and as usual in a communist organization, the people at the top, the people in power, fail to redistribute all the wealth that is given to them under the guise of communism, under the idea that we're part of a community and we're going to help everybody out with this money. It went in their pockets. Okay, so there's your BLM.
Lives actually matter. They have no job, no work. There's not even a grocery store where I'm at. They shut it down. There's a couple of people in there that needed to start a farmer's market and all of that because they know the hood needs food. Well, where the is BLM? They're not around. Sounds like your life matter and your pocket matters and your mansions matter.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Oh my God. That guy's awesome.
You listen
Prove me
to 2
wrong.
seconds of anything he says?
Yes, he's condemned white supremacy and the KKK over 20 times.
Over 20 times?
Yeah.
Do you have him right here? Can I listen to it?
Absolutely, you can. Let me pull it up for you right now.
All right.
Yeah, he's condemned white supremacy over 20 times.
Oh yes, when? Could you tell me when?
Yeah, absolutely. Would you like to see a video of montage of 20 times that he's done it?
Oh, actually no. I'm more interested in walking up and.
But how are we going to learn if we don't challenge our ideas? I mean,
see, can you show me? Oh, you can. Oh, never mind. I'd rather walk over there.
you just made a statement that is actually inaccurate, and I can show you video evidence of why it is. I mean, would you like to see that?
No, thank you.
I gotta go.
Wait. You don't want to see the examples? I have 20 examples right here.
He is a white supremacist.
What is your basis for saying that? I have 20 examples right here. Come watch.
You must speak a lot. You can't keep covering that.
I have a video of him denouncing it 20 times. You guys want to watch the video?
You know, I can tell you why I have no interest in being a white supremacist, and it's the behavior of white people is really embarrassing. It's embarrassing that we are not a force for good. We are literally destroying the country through anti-American behavior and hatred. We are unwilling to reach out and engage our neighbor even though we claim to be such good people. We're closed-minded and we don't want to learn anything new. We don't want to hear any new information. It seems that white people have made their mind up about what certain historical figures have done, whether or not they're bad. They don't want to engage. They don't want to listen to a nuanced debate about why you wouldn't be here without the actions of certain people that you consider to be like the root of all evil. You enjoy, we all, not just white people, we all enjoy so many freedoms in this country that most of the world will never have. Primarily free speech, and we used to have, honest media so you could get information that was mostly true. And we want to destroy it because we somehow think it's evil. And that is just some of the most ignorant shit that anyone out there could come up with. Like the idea that you want to take something beautiful and destroy it because you've deemed it to be unworthy of continuing to exist. You're depriving other people who may like the system of all races and backgrounds. You're trying to deprive them of the ability to benefit from the best system and the best country that so far has been created. We've dominated the world since World War II, and we are about to lose our grip on that position due to incompetence and self-hatred. And if we cannot learn forgiveness for ourselves and for our fellow Americans and humans in the world, then that hatred is going to not only destroy the vessel, but as a byproduct of destroying you and your ability to love your fellow human beings and interact with people, you're going to destroy the country and the lives of hundreds of millions of people because you can't get over your own guilt. It's pathetic, it's shameful, and at this point, I don't understand how anyone could possibly be a white supremacist because there's nothing to be proud of. We could change that. We could do some things that we could be proud of. We could help each other. We could reach out across the aisle that's been created by the politicians. We could directly engage each other and love each other, be nice to each other, and stop engaging in negative, argumentative, adversarial, toxic behaviors. And I hope that we're going to do that. I don't have a lot of faith that it's really going to happen, but I truly hope that we can find it in our hearts to see the humanity in each other instead of seeing each other as enemies. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.